G'day folks, welcome back to another update for Bitcoin. Now the charts are showing consolidation. We'll get into those in a minute. We'll include backtesting, so don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to support the channel. First, in terms of the outlook, as of today, April 17, Bitcoin's fundamentals remain strong amid significant developments. The US government's establishment of a strategic Bitcoin reserve in March 2025, utilising its substantial holdings of approximately 200,000 Bitcoins, has reinforced Bitcoin's status as a strategic asset. Analysts project potential highs ranging from 150 to 200,000 in 2025, driven by continued institutional adoption, spot ETF inflows, and favourable regulatory shifts. However, market volatility persists, influenced by macroeconomic factors such as Federal Reserve interest rate policies. Currently, Bitcoin trades around $84,000, reflecting cautious optimism in the market. So we always look at the long-term trends first. On the monthly, you can see here the price is well above the moving averages, giving us a bullish momentum. Although notice the CCI is broken below its respective moving averages, so just be cautious there. Looks like we may be seeing a bit of a retrace on the longer term. On the weekly, that's already occurred. We had a bearish divergence here on the CCI, lower highs on the CCI versus higher highs on the price, and that's actually dropped down and hit our 23-38% retrace level. Now the CCI is still dropping, and it's still below the moving average, although it's making a bit of a pullback to the upside. That's on the weekly. On the daily, again, it's hit this resistance at 108.263, and it's bounced off this minor support at 74.429. Now, it's currently broken into a slight bullish momentum, but just be careful. We've got those moving averages are still declining. You can see the red is on top of the blue line, and that's still a somewhat bearish momentum, even though the CCI is broken to the upward momentum. But that little consolidation there is a bit of a caution. Just be careful about going strongly long. I'll go to the back test in a moment. So if we go to the intraday chart first, we see if there's any micro moves. And by micro moves, I'm talking about any retrace possibilities. So you can see here we've got a slightly higher high on the price there versus lower highs on the CCI. That's a bearish divergence. And if I was to draw a retrace from that high, let's take it back to that low. You can see there it's already hit that minimum retrace, that 23-38% level. Now it's bounced out of there, but it could actually drop further. Notice the CCI is still declining, so just be cautiously. I'll probably stand aside on this one. Not too sure about this going long, even though the daily is showing potential bullish momentum. The moving averages of the price are still declining. Now if we go to the short back tests, let me just get rid of that, clean it up a bit. You can see there I've started the short positioning there from that period on the daily on the 28th of March. That's indicated by the stop loss approach and the average down approach. So you would have been going short during that period according to the daily. And if you had held those stocks or the trades since then, the stop loss approach, you would have closed it out theoretically when the CCI on the daily broke into that moving average range. And that occurred around this point here on both the stop loss approach and the average down approach. There, they're both returning the same returns. That's 2,542. But again, always pay attention to the smaller time frame, the 1 hour as well. You can see there we had a bullish divergence versus a double bottom, so you probably could have gotten out a bit earlier there. And this just shows you, had you stayed in the trade until today, the stop loss approach would have generated 2,248, and still an open trade. And the average down approach closed out that previous average down and is currently open with a minor trade there as well, generating 9,691. So if you're new to trading, we're now including a weekly video series, Pete's Investing Plus One, as part of the Pete's Investing channel. The Plus One videos are a dumbed down version of our strategies and give you a better insight into our analysis and help you follow our daily videos. If you enjoy the content and help keep me motivated to keep doing these videos, subscribe at least on a free trial to my Patreon page, where I publish weekly bullish shares across various regions of the world's markets. Think of it as sitting down with me over a cup of coffee. Thanks, and talk to you in our next video.